This video is annotated. I want you to focus on notation. Intervals of increasing and decreasing are expressed in terms of x values. The domain is x values, the range is y values. Things like local max and local min are coordinate pairs, x, y. That being said, the function is initially increasing and the increasing stops at -2. So that would be the interval from, if we're moving from left to right, -infinity to -2. From -2 to 0, it decreases. From 0 to infinity, it increases. The domain is all real numbers because there are no endpoints. There's no absolute max, goes off to infinity. No absolute min, goes down to -infinity. This is my xy notation. This is the coordinate pair -2, 4 as a local max, and the coordinate pair 0, 0 as a local min. This function is bounded. It has a beginning and it has an end. So where does it start increasing? It starts increasing at -5 and stops increasing at -2. Increasing and decreasing always have rounded brackets because right at the endpoint or right at the local max, it's stationary. Nothing's happening. In between -2 and 3, in this interval here, I'm going to specify x values, it's decreasing. And then from 3 to 5 on the x scale, it's increasing. The domain goes from -5 to 5. I'm thinking horizontally. I've got square brackets because those points are filled in and included. For the range, I'm going to ask myself, what's the smallest y value? -145. What's the largest? 44. That's the range from largest to smallest. This point here, -2, 44, this is xy notation, is the point that has the largest y value. The point that has the smallest y value, the absolute minimum, is this point here, x, y. Okay, increasing. Two regions where it's increasing between, and I'm thinking x values, between here and here, between -1.6 and 0. Another region between here and infinity, 1.6 to infinity. Decreasing all of this stuff, so this is -infinity up to -1.6. And then from, think x values, 0 to 1.6, it's decreasing. Local min, there are two. I'm going to specify the x and y coordinates. Local max, there's 1. I'm going to specify the x and y coordinates. No absolute max because the function, the y values are going off to positive infinity. There are two absolute min. -2.3 is the smallest y value, and it occurs right here at -1.6 and over here at 1.6. The domain is all real numbers. The range, you have to focus. There is a smallest y value. The range is, and this is a typo. This, whoops, I'm going to have to go back. This should have been -2.3, bad me, -2.3 to infinity. I'll have to go fix that. Okay, increasing x values, -2 to -1, 1 to infinity. Decreasing in the middle between -1 and 1. Local min, where it switches from decreasing to increasing, x and y value. Local max, where it switches from increasing to decreasing, x and y value. There's no max because the function goes off to infinity. There are two absolute minimums. The smallest y value is -4, and it occurs at these two locations, x and y values. The domain, the x values start at -2 and go on forever. The smallest y value is -4, and then the function gets arbitrarily large. Increasing from -1 to 0 and from 4 to infinity. Decreasing between 0 and 4, x values. Local max, right here, switch from increasing to decreasing. Local min, right here, switching from decreasing to increasing. There's no absolute max. There is an absolute min. The domain starts at -1 and goes to infinity. The range, the smallest y value, is -10.67 and goes to infinity. So x, y, y, x, comma, y. Increasing from 0 to 3, decreasing from -2 to 0, and from 3 to infinity. Again, thinking x values. Local max right here, local min right here, absolute max right here, no absolute min, it goes off to -infinity. The domain, smallest x value. This is a little unlike the others. There is a largest y value, 8.67. So the y values are all of these numbers from -infinity to 8.67.